Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be for Fletcher. Before I begin, let me apologize for the screen, how it looks. It's kind of like frosty and cloudy. That's because I'm using natural light. Also, if you do happen to hear a baby screaming or crying, that's some kid outside. I don't know what's going on with it. Also, if you hear a grown woman screaming and yelling, you know, her boyfriend cheated on her again. So she keeps screaming why and like going crazy and shit. So that's what that's about. Let's begin the reading. So I'm going to be using 3 decks just to tap into her energy and see what's going on with her. With this first deck, I want to see what's up with her personality. What is her character like? How does she operate? All that good shit. So let's see. So she needs guidance. This is actually really funny because the energies with this is really strong, actually, like very strong. She's in a lot of conflict. She's definitely in a lot of conflict, and she's not listening to the spiritual messages that she's receiving to help her situation out. Also, my bad. Let me turn on the airplane mode. I hate when I do that. It's a bad habit. Sometimes, especially like when I'm trying to turn it on, the cam might cut off or something. Like that happened a few times. I'd be like, fuck. But anyway, with this situation, this is showing that she's actually in a lot of conflict. She's definitely not listening to her spiritual messages. So it's like they're trying to direct her a certain way, and she's just, I don't know, it's a funny vibe because I'm getting the energy of really in the flesh. Like she's not really trying to be a spiritual person. So let's look further. Let's see what's up with her personality. This one to come back in, this one to come out, but it went back in as far as change. So this is showing me she has an issue with letting things go. You know, she doesn't let the cycle flow. You know what I mean? It's kind of like she get caught up in the same routine. When things need to be released, she doesn't release them. I'm going to put that back into the deck. But yeah, that's what that was about. This also shows me that she's desperate for a particular love situation. I don't know what type of love situation she would like for herself, but this is showing that she's desperately like a hopeless romantic. But what this 6 is showing me is that she has an issue achieving it. That she deals with more tense situations than happy situations. With this harmony situation is showing me, it's like she wants to radiate harmony. She wants to bring forth harmony, but the vibe that I'm getting is that she's just not in harmony because she's not in tune with her spiritual essence. Let's look further. So this is giving me a woman that's really like not spiritual. I don't know how she portrays herself on social media, you know, but she's definitely not spiritual. You see, with this compromise, she can't reconcile her spiritual self with her earthly self. It's out of balance, you know, so she's all about like the earthly image and what's going on with that, but she's definitely not in tune with her spiritual situation. It keeps repeating the same energy. Let's look further. So it's not really telling me too much. This has to do with her emotions because it's face down. Yeah, she has a lot of situations going on. She has a lot of karmic cycles. Karmic cycles with relationships, karmic cycles with family. A lot of karmic situation. And she can't get over it. It keeps reoccurring. You know, these are situations that should be dead, but she keeps them in her life. Maybe you guys can tell me what that's about, because I don't really know anything of her. So, yeah. She also does a lot of comparing. So I'm getting immature spirit. She has an immature way to herself. You know, she can't be happy in her own lane. She's always comparing herself to the next person. You know, she's always trying to make herself appear a particular way as well. Again, with this 5 is showing me is that she's really caught up with the flesh. And what I mean by that is I don't know. I know like a lot of like spiritual people probably know, but probably some people are like, what does that mean? It means like she's caught up with just earthly desires. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. We're all earthly beings, obviously, for the most part. But the thing though is that we're spiritual as well. But she's not following anything that has to do with any real spiritualism. It's kind of just like all materialistic situations. That's all she wants is materialistic gain. She wants to appear a particular way. And she's just in a very low, sort of immature energy. You know, this is something that she should definitely have grown out of. Again, I don't know how old she is, but this is just what the energies are telling me, that she's too old to be acting this way. It's a very immature energy. Let's look further. These are a lot of cards. But okay, I'll get through it and I'm going to get to the next segment. She's going to be going on a journey though. You know, because it's like she likes to try to explore, but she has so much baggage that it weighs her down. So naturally, she likes to explore shit. She likes to go on an adventure. You know, she can be independent, but the thing is that she gets so caught up with sort of like low energies that it takes her out of like the place she should be at. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you're supposed to be going one direction, but she has so much baggage that she can't even go the direction she's supposed to go. You know what I mean? She also has a lot of issues that happen in her childhood. So I'm gonna let the airplane go by because it's loud. I don't know how it sounds for you guys, because I noticed that like when I watch these videos back, I don't know like if the phone just reduces the quality as far as like when there's noise or something so people don't hear that. Because I noticed like some noises are like really loud to me, but then when I watch the video back, I don't know, the phone just automatically adjusts the sound to block that out. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. But yeah, with this energy, it's showing me that something happened in her childhood. She has a lot of guilt. So this is some very deep energy. You know, this is a lot of shit actually. This is a lot of shit. I'm not going to get into it, but she has suffered some traumas in her childhood. Even being a teen, she suffered just a lot of shit. You know, so it still plays in her mind and her energy. But this going with the flow, this is how she is. It's kind of just like, okay, I'm going to go with the flow, but she's not really going with the right flow. So it's kind of like she wants to be neutral. She wants to just let the energies be how they be, but she's not taking the responsible initiative to like direct herself. So usually this is always about like easygoing and stuff like that, but this is being easygoing blindly, excuse me. I'm talking like Cardi B. It's one of those mornings. But yeah, she's going with the flow blindly. You know what I mean? It's like she's not taking a mature approach to life. That's what keeps coming to me. It's kind of like there's a right and wrong path, you know, and she takes sort of like the wrong path, but it's like she lies to herself. You know what I mean? She's kind of just like, I'm not being too fussy. I'm not being too complicated. I'm just doing what's right for me. Like, you know what I mean? She's like taking that sort of energy, like sort of just like removing herself from the responsibility that she should be taking, you know? So that's very funny. What this trust situation is showing me, again, it's a lack of self-control. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like, let's just say hypothetically, if someone cheats on her, you know what I mean? And this person keeps cheating on her and keep doing her dirty. She's the type of person that'll say, okay, I'm just following God's will. Like if God didn't want me to be with him, then he's going to remove me out of his life, or he's going to remove him out of my life. Like it's that type of vibe. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like disingenuous because it's like, you know, you're trying to make it seem like almost you're doing what you need to do because, you know, like it's God given to you. But really it's like you have choices that you need to take. So it's that same sort of vibe. With this integration showing me, it's that same energy, which is funny. She has a problem with balancing out what's bad and what's good. She kind of just mixes it all together and she warps it, you know what I mean, to kind of like make it appear a certain way to herself. So she definitely lies to herself. Yeah, with this moment to moment, it's that same energy again. You know what I mean? I know it seems like I'm repeating the vibe or whatever, but I'm sorry that this is just the energy that I'm getting. Because this isn't someone that's moving how they need to move. This is someone that's very immature. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like rude or anything and put you guys off, but this is someone that's kind of like, I don't know, slow in the head. So it's like, it's kind of funny. You know, because the energy is just like telling me she dumb, but it's like, I don't want to say that. But I mean, since it's pretty much out there, yeah, it's like she's dumb or something. I don't know. It's weird. You know, and again with this courage, it's like the courage is misguided. You know what I mean? It's almost like she thinks she's empowering herself because, again, it's kind of just like if this guy is cheating on her, and this is another hypothetical because I don't know anything of her, but it's like, let's say if a guy is cheating on her and he keep doing her dirty, you know what I mean? She's like, I'm sticking around, so I'm a strong bitch. Like, this is the shit she's saying to herself. Like, this is actually like her language, so like don't get offended with me saying all that shit. But she's like, I'm a strong bitch, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I got my shit together. Oh, God's gonna come through for me. Like, she's in that vibe. And it's really funny because I definitely seen people like this in my life. So this is hilarious that this energy is coming up. Because she's definitely in that energy. Because it's like, there's no true courage in this situation. It's just like, you're just stuck and you can't move on. You know what I mean? It's also about like lying to yourself. So that's definitely funny. And that's funny that like I got through with this because we're definitely going to be moving to the love reading next. Or not the love reading, excuse me. The love part of this reading. But give me 1 second. Let me sort myself out. My apology. But yeah, I don't know how any of you guys can feel about this. Because you might just be like, because some people be sensitive as hell. It's just like, damn. I'm not responsible shit for what comes out. You know, it's the energy, you know. Sorry that this is what's coming out. Also, if you guys would like to have a reading with me, how to go about that will be in the description box. Everything's up to date. And if you would like me to have a celebrity reading, how to go about that as well is in the description box. So let's see what's going on with her love situation. So she's alone. She's definitely alone and she's feeling alone. I don't know if she's actually alone, but this is showing me if she is in a relationship, the guy isn't sort of like making her feel good. He's leaving her in a constant stress of being like in a hermit mode, which is funny. Let's look further. Yep, she's dealing with sadness, being alone, hurt, betrayal. So I don't even know if she's with this dude, or it could be a lady. I never know. You never know. But yeah, she's definitely in a situation of sadness, hurt. You know, her past boyfriend or current boyfriend is betraying her. What this purity and innocence is showing me, this is funny again because this is showing me that she's lying to herself. This is actually hilarious, this reading, because it's like, whoever this person is, and it's funny because when I was, remember like giving you guys the hypotheticals of like if a guy was cheating on her and all that stuff, like those are the energies that I was getting. But like, I didn't know like if it was official. It was just more like, okay, this is hypothetical. But I noticed that when I be giving these like hypothetical energies or hypothetical scenarios, usually it's some truth in it, which is funny because it's kind of like when I did that with Danny Lay situation, when I was like, she's having issues with her mom. I was like, let's say hypothetically she's having issues with her mom and she's basically trying to tell the baby and he's just like, I don't give a fuck. That was a hypothetical because that was like the energy that I was picking up. And it's funny that like in retrospect, after like finding out their situation, she's actually having issues with her parents. So that's really funny actually. So it's the same with this situation. So this is telling me that she's in a relationship with somebody, you know. So yeah, this is definitely a love situation for sure, because it's that same like Danny Lay vibe of like the hypothetical like being real, which is very interesting as far as energy is concerned. But the reason why this is funny, sorry, because I went off to explain that, but this is funny because she's almost like she's innocent, like she's pure or something. It's like she's telling herself that all this bad stuff is happening to me because I'm a good woman. You know what I mean? And I know this is kind of sad and funny because I know that sometimes this does happen to ladies. I mean, at least I've seen this in like the movies and stuff. And I've seen this probably like a few times in my life, maybe. I don't know. But she's in that vibe. She's like, the reason why all this bad stuff is happening to me is because I'm a good woman. This is what this is showing me. But it's funny because it's like, no, you just need to move on. With this family and tradition, this is showing me that she has old-fashioned sort of like, what would you call this? Toxic thoughts. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like, okay, the man can cheat, the man can do whatever he want, but as long as I stick around, you know what I mean? I'm showing that like I'm wife material. Like I'm his family, I'm his wife. Because like a woman that didn't love him wouldn't stick around. So it's that sort of like toxic, silly thinking. This is a very funny ass reading for sure. Let's look further. What else is going on with her love situation? All right. After I get done with these energies, we're going to move to the next deck. But this is about, let's see, social media. Yeah, so this love situation is definitely a social media event. Again, I don't follow her or know anything of her, but this is showing me that her relationship plays out through social media. This is also showing me you might see sort of like, you might not get the full story of what's really going on, but you get hints that things aren't right because it's definitely awkward and off. With this dedication, training, talents, and all that, she could be with an athlete, but this is showing me actually that again, I'm not reaching because I know you guys are going to be like, damn, really? But this is like, she's treating this almost, this love connection or this third party situation, because it's like a third party vibe is what I'm getting. But she's treating this situation almost like something she can grow or enhance. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like she's dedicated to it. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like in her mind, she's like training to be a wife. I don't even know if she is married, to be honest with you. Now that I think about it, I don't actually know if she's married, but this is kind of like she's basically training to be a wife or be wifey or something. Like that's the vibe that I'm getting. It's like in her mind, I'm getting a vibe like, I know I hate saying it because it sounds corny as fuck, but this is just what I'm getting. It's like I'm wifey. So like I don't know, like I guess she's training to be like whoever this dude's wife is. With this fast, sudden connection and one night stand is showing me this relationship that she's in, it didn't get started off of like love. This guy was already distant and doing his own thing. So again, it's kind of just like that same energy that like, it's kind of like a disturbed energy, to be honest. Because it's like she lies to herself a lot. It's kind of like this guy really wasn't committed to her. You know what I mean? She was like a one night stand. And he didn't like make it official. It's her that's pushing it. So that's definitely funny because it's showing me it's like the energy is just like he leaves and goes when he wants. You know what I mean? This isn't a situation of like we're there together and they're just like, oh, you know, what we're going to eat tonight and what we're going to do. It's kind of just like he comes by, hook up with her, talk to her here and there, and he's like, look, I'm going to be out. You know what I mean? And he doesn't tell her when he's going to come back. It's like that type of vibe. It's really fucked up. With this twin flame, with the intensity, healing, contracts, mirroring. This is showing me that she's mirroring her insecurity with this guy. Like the energy is reflecting her insecurity. This isn't a good like twin flame situation. I don't even use shit like that because that's like a whole, I know it has like the concept is kind of like an ancient concept, as far as like your soulmate and all that stuff. But with this twin flame and all that nonsense, that's more of like a modern type of creation on some real shit. But what I'm getting with this is like how she feels inside is projecting the reality that she's in. So since she has like issues with herself, it's projecting her surroundings as far as who this guy is. So this is like again, a negative karmic situation. So, I mean, that's her love situation, guys. Definitely tell me what's up with that. Something to Google for real for me. I don't know if I will, though. So with this, we're going to get into the tarot now and just see what's up. Pick up the energies and see what's going on with her. So she has a lot of shame, disgrace. You know what I mean? This is also, it has to do like with the home, with relationships, sort of things she's done, things that she's in. So she's in a disgraceful situation. You know, usually this is about it being exposed, but I'm not really getting it exposed. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like, if you look hard or deep enough, you'll see that shit's not right. But this isn't giving me, again, like, it's a exposing type of situation. It's kind of just like, I don't know, like, you can, like, peep out little things here and there. Like, why is this like that? Like, this is awkward. You know what I mean? And then, like, everyone could put two and two together. But this is showing me she definitely has embarrassing situations going on with her shit. Let's look further. With this Ten of Swords, again, it has to do with betrayal. You know, so this actually still kind of connecting back to the, like, love energies I was showing up. It has to do with the cheating. It has to do with the betrayal, the backstabbing. Let's look further. Yep, someone being shady, someone doing their own thing. You know, so whatever her love situation is or was, this person was a very, like, nasty person. You know, like, just disrespectful. So I don't even know, like, if this is actually out or not. But this is kind of like hooking up with females in your bed, in your car. You know what I mean? It's like that type of vibe. Like, it's just like, just not giving a fuck. Just being very rude. Like, the dude was very rude to her. So that's the vibe again. With this situation, she's not... This is basically like a love reading, guys. This is funny. I did a reading for, what's her name? Young Miami. And the energies are definitely, like, it's very funny. Because it's like Young Miami's energy, it flowed a particular way. With this female situation, this Ari Fletcher, her situation is all about love. So that's funny. It's kind of just like, this is where she's putting a lot of her vibe at, is like the whole love situation. It's very toxic. Like, it's nothing wrong with love, but this is definitely a toxic situation. And what this is showing me is that she's celebrating. It's kind of like she's going through all this sadness. She's going through all this misery. But it's like she's, like, partying. Like, nothing's wrong. It's like, I don't know, it's weird. And usually, you know, like, if you do watch my readings, every time I pull this card, this is like there's an underlying issue. You know what I mean? So it's like if you've seen my Zendaya reading, it's like that same vibe. It's kind of like, yeah, she's celebrating and shit, but there's some underlying issues going on, you know, because it's like that Three of Cups. You know, that three is always an issue. You know, sometimes for, like, some clients or some, like, different readings, this always isn't about, like, that vibe. You know, it depends on the energy that I'm getting. But the energy that I'm getting with this is that she has some underlying issues, and it's like she's not trying to make it appear that way. Let's look further. Yeah, with this Nine of Coins, she wants to appear like everything is, like, plentiful, like she has a lot of money. I don't know if she does or not. I'm not asking any questions for this reading. I'm just letting the energies just flow. But how she's trying to appear, at least, it's not telling me if this is true, but how she's trying to make it appear is that she has a lot of money. She has a lot of resources. You know, I'm kind of getting something funny, like she has a lot of connections. So she's trying to make it seem like she's just living good. Like, just shit is good. Like, shit is sweet. You know what I mean? Like, she has a lot to offer, and a lot of shit's being offered to her. You know, this is also showing me there's a figure in her life. I don't know, like, if her father's rich or what's going on, but there's a male figure in her life that has a lot of money. So that's what this can be about. You know, she's definitely getting resources from this male figure. But this male figure situation is conflict. It's a lot of conflict in this situation. So yeah, she might be getting money from this person. You know, I'm assuming at this point now that it could be this guy that she's tripping off of. Or again, it could be maybe she has a father that's rich, I don't know, or uncle or something, or a brother. But it's not coming from her. It's coming from a male figure. But this situation is showing me it's a lot of conflict in this situation. Like, it's not smooth. It's not smooth at all. And it's almost like whoever this guy is throws it in her face. It's kind of just like, okay, look, you got this new weave that's fucking like expensive and shit from like some crazy ass country. It's kind of just like, look, I bought you that weave. Like, you wearing this expensive ass shoes, I bought you those shoes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you driving that car, like, I'm responsible for it. So it's like a dude that throws shit in her face. And you know what's funny? Everyone's always talking about this Art Fletcher person, like, especially like when I see like other people readings and shit, they be like, can you do a reading on Art Fletcher and all this? And I don't actually even know what she does, which is funny. You know, I know that she's like in she's an urban type of celebrity, but I don't know what she does. This is giving me a situation, I'm not gonna even lie, this is funny, because this gives me different energies depending on the reading. She's protected. She's definitely protected. And you know why she's protected? Because the spirits are seeing her as dumb. And I'm not trying to be condescending or rude, okay? I'm just putting out the energies. The energies is like, this lady's dumb as fuck. But since she's dumb, we're going to give her some protection. So, you know, because she got a lot of stuff that's bad around her. So this is telling me I don't know how long this protection is going to last, you know, because things aren't indefinite. Because this is an interesting contrast for sure. It would have been great if this card came up, because it would have told me, oh, okay, like if this would have came before this one, because this would have told me she's around some negative ass shit. But then if this would have came out, it would have been like, okay, but she's protected from it. But the fact that this came out first is showing me that she's protected. But this is never a good situation for me, especially in this deck. This is never a good situation. This is showing me, with this type of energy, if you look at it right now, this is an altar for sacrificing. You know what I mean? So this is some fucked up shit. You know, it's kind of just like whoever energy this is that I'm picking up would definitely sacrifice her in a heartbeat, like quick as fuck, to maintain their resources, to grow their resources. You know, they don't have the best spirit when it comes to her. You know what I mean? They see her almost as like, I don't know, something they can use, abuse, and discard. And if they can get like the maximum potential with sacrificing her, they would definitely do that. This can be figuratively, I can't even speak right now, or this could be literal, you know what I mean? So this is definitely not a good situation for her at all. And you know what? I'm gonna actually leave this reading here. But that is interesting, because this vibe is showing me, it's like whoever she's surrounding herself with is a really dark person. This person is really ruthless. They're caught up in some negative, dark shit. I'm getting dark magic, a dark lifestyle, dark rituals. And she wants to watch out. She definitely wants to watch out, because it's like, yeah, she's protected, you know, because this is showing me some fuck shit could have happened to her early on. You know what I mean? It's like the fact that she lasted this long without either like losing her mind or like losing her head. It's showing me it's because she's divinely protected. But, you know, it's kind of just like, how long will this protection last, though? You know, it definitely makes me want to ask questions, but I'm not, because I'm, like, I was just committed just to letting the energies flow. But this is definitely a funny situation for sure, because this energy is really heavy is why I'm sticking on it. I usually hate when this card come out. It doesn't always have to be intense. You know, it depends on like the energy of the reading. But this is a real intense energy, guys. And I know I keep like sticking on it for a minute. My apology. It's just really heavy. But thank you for watching. My voice is getting hoarse. That's probably why I have like an issue pronouncing shit sometimes too. I don't know, it'd be weird, man. But definitely press the thumbs up button. Show support. Don't be a hater. You know what I mean? If you made it this far, it would be fucked up if you just be like, okay, whatever, fuck, giving him a thumbs up. You know? It's good karma as well, you know? Fuck. And definitely subscribe, you know, if you're not subscribed. And for all the people that are subscribed, thank you very much. I definitely appreciate it. And yeah, stay tuned for more readings.